Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Ridge Forrester lately entered some encouraging updates from Justin Barber. Ridge was excited over whatever off-screen Justin was saying on the other end of the line. After telling Justin that was inconceivable news, he prompted the attorney to keep pushing since he still wants Hope Logan and Carter Walton out of his office. It was a blink and you'll miss it moment, but that discussion could end up being significant. Still, Ridge could have just as fluently entered frustrating news and barked at Justin to do better, if this scene had been written else. Rather, it's clear that Justin formerly has an angle he's working, bone. That could potentially pay off big time. Maybe Justin has eventually set up a loophole that could undermine Carter Walton's authority and stop this LLC preemption agony. This could offer an indication about Steffy Forrester's plan potentially ending in disaster. Perhaps Steffi's plot to use Daphne Rose will fail, paving the way for Justin to crop as the Forresters' idol sooner or laterally. There must be some reason why Ridge suddenly seems positive about whatever Justin has cooked up. The Forresters are no doubt paying Justin plenitude of plutocrat to figure commodity out, so let's hope he'll indeed come through for them down the road. Steffi may be a little too trim when it comes to her own scheme and Daphne's capacities. Still, Carter and Hope are also foolhardy about all their grand plans, so perhaps Justin will be the one to end the madness. Whatever the case, Justin may get back in touch once he keeps pushing this angle like Ridge told him to. That could lead to indeed better news, depending on what Justin is suitable to pull off. All this commercial drama has to come to an end ultimately, so we'll bring you more prognostications on what Justin does next. Ridge will keep counting on Justin to fix effects for the Forresters, so stay tuned. While there's no mistrustfulness that she's bold and she's veritably beautiful too, it seems like there are times that she just can't control her temper and her feelings, which is making her look decreasingly unattractive from the outside. Of course, we're talking about Brooke Logan. She nearly had a battle with Taylor Hayes. In fact, before they indeed began their discussion, Taylor asked Brooke to control her feelings and not get physical with her the same way she did with Ridge, indeed though it was the beautiful brunette who picked her in the reverse. While there's no mistrustfulness that effects can clearly get complicated when it comes to matters of the heart on the Bold and the Beautiful, it seems like Brooke nearly always loses it when effects don't go her way. Someone always ends up suffering. Numerous of us say that this is Brooke being Brooke, while others point out that this is how nearly all the Logan women operate on the show. They suppose they can take any man they want, but when it comes to their own, you more keep your claws off them. But at the same time, observers also suppose that Brooke's violence is a problem. After all, she's getting too old for this. However, let them be, if Ridge wants to be with Taylor now. She's beautiful and sexy enough that she can find a better man out there, or at least one that will show her true respect. And if not, also it really is time for her to move on. But whether or not she does that, remains to be seen. Carter Walton intends to stay atop Forrester Creations. He thinks that his vision is being accepted, as Daphne Rose proves. But Daphne is Steffy Forrester Finnegan's factory. These close musketeers are working a ploy that plays off Carter's bravado and Hope Logan's tone-appointed victim status. Daphne goes for it. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers document that Carter Walton intends to stay atop Forrester Creations. He thinks that his vision is being accepted, as Daphne Rose proves. But Daphne is Steffy Forrester Finnegan's factory. These close musketeers are working a ploy that plays off Carter's bravado and Hope Logan's tone-appointed victim status. So far, Steffi's sweats are succeeding as she had hoped. Carter's decision to let Steffi become FC's chairman is another step toward the Forrester family regaining control. But all can't flow impeccably in Los Angeles, California, because this is cleaner. Still, Carter will give in to Daphne, if Steffi gets what she wants. They might not need to realize a relationship or anything close to that. I suppose all should go as planned. As long as that development provokes hope, Carter will be thrown out course. The distraction of having Daphne tease him, combined with Hope's awaited negative response, will be enough to produce disharmony in the superintendent's suite. Speaking of the frontal office setting, does Aunt Hope have her own office? The same could be asked about Brooke Logan, Carter's recently appointed chief executive officer. Of course, the below is a wink to the suckers. They know that B&B has long used two settings for FC's main office, which includes the design room. Meanwhile, Brooke still wants to believe that Ridge Forrester will choose her again. Suckers wonder why someone as vivacious as Brooke would allow herself to be ranked second. With all due respect to the private content of love, Brooke has to admit that getting 8 divorces from Ridge is just plain weird. Her talk of fortune translates to repeated dysfunction. Ridge has decided to re-establish what he'd with Taylor Hayes. But their last marriage was times agone. So, that's far from certain, and perhaps Brooke's expedience will bear day fruit ultimately, but not right now. Carter won when he induced the Forresters to accept a revived jewelry line. That happened despite Ridge and Steffi's enterprises because Eric Forrester favored his family members being part of In Trouble formerly led by Quinn Fuller. St. Victor's character should have known that was the right approach. He's a smart Joe who's simply conscious himself into believing that what he asked for FC was superior to what Eric, Ridge, and Steffi wanted. That was wrong and broke complete trust with the people he considers family. Using Daphne and returning as chairman, Steffi's attack gives her a clear shot at reclaiming the company this time. Still, Carter's legal control of the company will need to be altered. How that might be is worth watching. Hope and Carter's relationship has been hotting up. The new couple just celebrated their first Christmas together. But it looks like it's not going to last well into the downtime. Their relationship will indurate faster than the polar vortex. Then are 3 reasons why. Steffi is hopeless to return to work at Forrester Creations. She has a plan she needs to put into place. Steffi is set to destroy Hope and Carter's happy union. She set up the perfect person to make it be. Steffi hired French graffitist Daphne Rose as the head nose in charge. Daphne's scent will probably turn his head and lead her to his bed. Also, Steffi's return is formally causing issues in Carter's relationship with Hope. Speaking of which, Daphne is set to destroy Manage. She's heard a lot about them from her stylish friend. Daphne is ready to take on the task. She's one of the most stunning and voluptuous women in the world. No man ever turns her down. Daphne is looking forward to her private meeting with Carter. She's confident that Carter will fall for her aesthetics and her charm. She has further than incense up her sleeve in unyoking up the golden couple. The shocking twist in all of this is Aunt Daphne or Steffi. It's the verity that Hope and Carter will face beforehand on in their relationship. They'll realize that they're more contrary than they assume. The only reason why Hope and Carter got together is that they wanted to enjoy Forrester Creations. Carter might have walked on the wild side, but he's still the same man on the inside. Steffi's return might have him allowing else about the Forresters. It's probably he's still fond of them. Meanwhile, Hope still wants to seek vengeance. Their differences could tear them piecemeal.